What's going on, everybody? Shameless plug, giggity. If you guys could, subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Kick and X for more of my crazy shenanigans. I do live streams. Look at these live streams. I play video games, talk about serious stuff, non serious stuff. Even look here. Wow, look, video content. So if you guys could, I appreciate a subscription. Just come hang out. Give me your guys' opinions. I value everybody's inputs, even the people who may not agree with me. Because unlike the raging lunatics that you see online, I ain't going to hurt you over your opinion because opinions are just that. Now, with that being said, I saw two things back to back that made me want to make this video. And it was talking about basically, again, we're on the subject of people don't want women in video games and whatnot. And we have this here from Cabrutus reminding everyone, didn't remember they had made this comparison.
I do think the character model was actually like very distracting in not a good way because with the camera angles chosen, it just felt like this game seems like a game that came out in like 002 in terms.
I hate people who say it like that. It's like 002. It's like, no, you say 02 or 2002, you douche nozzle.
In terms of its, like character design. It's like a bit old and not flattering, I don't think, for a modern audience. In comparison to something like Forspoken.
Keep in mind, I do believe this guy is gay. So him trying to compliment on what a woman's body should look like to sell video games to straight males should be listened to.
Which has, yes, it has a much more realistic looking character designs. It's not these hyper proportioned. 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 It's not these hyper proportioned something or another's. But it also seemed, I don't know, a bit more grounded in a way that I found much more appealing than what we saw here.
Keep in mind, this little twink wore like some type of Sailor Moon outfit and put it online for the world to see. But what he wants to talk about right here is between Forspoken and Stellar Blade. Today is June 22nd, 2026. What game is talked about more? What game do you hear, whether it's good talk or bad talk? It's Stellar Blade. Not even because of the sequel, but because people really love the character of Eve. They love the story of Stellar Blade. They love the game. The game was so popular on PlayStation that when it got its chance to come to PC, when it got that port, it sold like hotcakes. It sold like crazy because it's a good game. This game here, nobody cares about it. Nobody wants this game. Even in the bargain bin, nobody wants this game. When they brought it to PlayStation Plus, people were downloading to try it out, but after a couple hours, people dropped it. Lowest I saw this game physically for Forspoken was $10. And that came with the collector's steelbook at launch because nobody wanted this game. The people that these companies pander to, they need to stop. Who knows if it will happen? I mean, look at the state of gaming. This is an open market to have games like Forspoken. If you want to make games like this, it's fine. But when people don't buy them and they don't do well, you have no one to blame but the audience you're catering to. Game like Stellar Blade sold fantastically, even enough for the employees that shift up to get Nintendo Switches and PlayStation 5 and money as bonuses, let alone a PC port and a sequel. And it's coming to the Switch. So what does that say? Where's the Forspoken Switch port? Oh wait, it's nowhere to be found because nobody wants the fucking game. And again, where is it? The body proportions, right? I believe the face model is different, but the body, this is her body. This is Eve's body. They are the same body. You kept hearing from these bloated land whales that no woman can have a body like this. It's literally right here. When you don't stuff cheeseburgers and chug soda all day, you can, and you work out, you can have a body like that. But it led into kind of the other part of the story here from Games Radar. God of War Laufey proves women in gaming, women are gaining ground in gaming, and I'm glad Kratos is benched. This is the article. Sophia Luinoff, it's the person who wrote it. If I'm saying the last name right, I don't care. This is the person. This is their X account. You see what they look like here because it makes more sense because they go as a they them mentally ill pronoun using loser is what these people are. And of course, this loser has a blue sky. These are the people that are ruining my hobby. I have been in this hobby since longer than a lot of these fucking people. And they come in here with their fucking wrecking ball and they want to ruin my fucking hobby with having characters that look like they got hit by trucks or games that just suck in general. And again, you can make games like Forspoken. You can make these games because the market will dictate what people want. And again, when they don't sell, they blame people like me for not wanting it. But when I look at trailers, I'm like, story doesn't look interesting. Not interested in the gameplay of a video game. And the characters look like they got hit by a fucking hurricane. But again, that's on me, right? So with this fucking mentally ill loser, boozer, I went through most of this article on Reddit. Some of the key points on here is this weird shit here. And again, they, them. Kratos is a brand new look. He has luscious hair, proclivity in magic, slim, feminine build, and even appears to have lasered off his body length tattoos. Wait, hold on a moment. I'm getting reports that that's not Kratos. That's in fact Laufey the Giant and his late wife, and blah blah blah. And again, my biggest concern with this game, besides the characters and boring ass gameplay in the Jello Cube, was this should be Laufey, a God of War story. They're calling it God of War Laufey for a few particular reasons. Unsuspecting customers walking like, oh, I know God of War. I'm going to pick that up. And they're trying to replace the actual God of War Kratos with this. It's not difficult to see this if you're not retarded. This is a huge deal. God of War is Kratos. See, even this they them knows that Kratos is the God of War. Kratos could be perceived as an alpha male, and he's not perceived. He is. He kills people. He slays gods and he fucks bitches. He is the definition of an alpha male. If you can ask any dude if he could be Kratos, where he's out there fucking bitches and killing gods, yeah, who wouldn't want to be that guy? Although he contains far too much emotional intelligence and willingness to mature, but the impact of shelving him in favor of a woman should not be taken for granted. Streamer Asmongold took offense to God of War, starring a 43-year-old suburban mom, while Domino's Pizza UK Twitter account decided it wanted people to hate its pizza even more and compared a lack of Kratos to a lack of pepperoni in the pizza. Santa Monica Studios didn't let that remark slide, responding with a sardonic, whatever. Okay, thanks for the feedback, Domino's Pizza corporate account. That's what a Karen says. And again, she does look like a soccer mom. Playing as a woman in an action adventure and RPG isn't unheard of. Lara Croft, Last of Us certified badass Ellie Williams. And while her gender is optional, Mass Effect's Captain Shepard is a beloved leader. Women in leading roles still face loud pushback from misogynists, but their vitriol is being ignored. This is my Steam library. I've been on Steam since November of last year. Male lead. But I have games like Digimon here where you can create a female playable character. I have games like Final Fantasy here where you have lead female characters like Final Fantasy X here, where yes, you mostly play as Titus, controlling around the open world and whatnot, but you have Luna, Riku, and Lulu, Riku, and Yuna. I had a brave fart there. Please excuse me. And arguably, even if you take out Titus, the story is about Yuna wanting to rid Sin from Spira. Final Fantasy, again. Left 4 Dead, you have playable female characters. Mass Effect, like this they them said, customizable female Shepard with other great female leads, not to mention the marketing push in Mass Effect 3, where they kept showing you could be female Shepard. Going back to 1999 with Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, where the game was played starring Jill Valentine. And again, you got the Tales of series here where you have playable lead female characters. There have been. Maybe not as much as you want, but they're still there. But this is a male-dominated hobby. You make games to cater to people who want to spend the money towards it. I will play games with both female and male leads if the game looks good. A game like Forspoken does not look good. To me, God of War Laufey looks boring. But again, I didn't play the last two God of War games because they did not interest me. I like the originals. I love God of War. It is a fantastic game. I'd love to replay that game. But I could care less about these new games because they do not look appealing. Then we go on here. Women in leading roles still face blah, 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 blah. Pushback vitriol. Okay. Last year alone, we've seen Atsu in God of War Yote. Jin Sakai's better. Grace Ashcroft in Resident Evil Requiem, which I argue still should have been her mother. You know, everyone loved Alyssa from Resident Evil Outbreak, so it should have been her mother. But again, I have not played the game yet, so leave it up to reserves. A tiny mouse named Mina in the recent indie hit Mina the Hollower, and now Laufey will be leading her very own God of War game. So we come down here. While women in gaming are medievally criticized for their looks, the argument that Laufey isn't attractive is not only false, but irrelevant. No, it's not. Because if you want to sell video games to men, you need attractive female characters. Now, you can also have a character that looks like she got hit by bricks, but you have to make her interesting. That's the other thing. You can have some big muscle mommy who look like she got hit by a fucking car, but if she's funny and she's not obnoxious and she can help the main hero kick some ass, people have no problem with that character in the game. You just have to make good characters. It's not that hard to fucking understand. I wasn't aware that being attractive to a playable character, I wasn't aware that being attracted to the playable character was a requirement to enjoy the game, because as a lesbian, that would mean I forgot to hate the majority of the games I played. So you're saying because as a lesbian, they, them, mind you, from again, they, them. You're saying because you're lesbian, you can't relate to the male characters. Last time I checked, as a lesbian, you are attractive to women. And as a straight man, I am attracted to women. So by that logic, there's going to be some crossover by what women we find attractive. So by that logic, you're a fucking retard. It's just these people, these mentally ill fucking people. The claim that Laufey is a downgrade in terms of combat and strength is also laughable. While she may have different fighting style, we know that God of War Ragnarok that a woman went toe to toe, yada yada yada. The story being offered by Thanos is undetectable. Intriguing, Laufey, blah blah, start of reboots, blah 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 blah. Influence permits through the first story where she leads Christians and elsewhere, yeah, blah 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 blah. A wife and mother fighting to protect her family even after her living body has perished. How is that not the sickest shit you ever heard of? Now, I don't believe, from what I remember from the trailer that was first shown, she knows she's dead. I know she woke up looking for Kratos and, went on from there. So we'll leave it up for whatever that story's going to lead to. The fact of the matter is, majority of gamers are excited. I saw a handful of reels on Instagram already of men showing excitement for Laufey's story. I saw the fake reactions too, where guys had their mouths open like they're ready to suck a dick. And this extends to other games as well, as I recall a video of a man dancing excitement over the announcement of Resident Evil Veronica Remake. This right here is a disingenuous statement by this fucking they, them person. Because people have been wanting a Resident Evil Code Veronica Remake for a while. I think next to 4, people have been wanting that Code Veronica remake more. And they're finally getting it. So it's not that it's because they've got the female leads in the game, right? It's people have been wanting this game. You hear that? Gamers wanting a game. Now, regardless of whether you think it's going to be good or bad, that's irrelevant to this point. People have been wanting this game remade. But you're trying to say men are dancing because they're getting a woman-led game. Women are taking up more spaces as protagonists in games rather than simply being customizable character options or living solely within a few beloved game series, and their presence is being increasingly welcome. Been they've been welcome since they've been in games since the inception, because again, if the game is good, men do not fucking care. Their stories are being shared, not just in the I can't read that word, or in the tandem to a male protagonist, but for the player's viewpoint, stories of female hardship and victory are being pushed to the forefront in both the indie space and mainstream. They've been doing that since the inception of video games. You can go back to the female-led games. NES, Samus, anybody? You can argue that, oh, nobody knew until they got the secret ending, right? But still, when they found out it was a woman, people weren't throwing their cartridges in the trash. These people are... Anyways. Stories of female hardship, victories, behind us, the forefront, blah, blah, blah. Hades 2 traded out the fan favorite protagonist, Zergris, for his sister, and her story resulted in one of the best games of 2025. Silent Hill F forces players to reconcile with the suffering reality of a Japanese schoolgirl in the 1960s as Hinako, as she has earned itself into place in the series as a Hall of Fame. Wait, what? I heard a lot of people who are Silent Hill fans did not like this game, but I'm not into Silent Hill, so I could not tell you. Female stories are being told whether they are hopeful and victorious or brutally real and devastating, and players are flocking to them. The vitriol we're seeing towards Laufey is that the loud majority won that's going to get left behind this future of gaming, and it's better for it. Go fuck yourself, they, them. It's dumb. It's retarded, and it needs to stop. Here's the thing. If people like me stop playing gaming today, all of us, people who thought like me, the hobby is going to be hurting even more than what it is, because there's not enough lunatics like you out there to buy these games. Not to mention, since you write articles, it's more than likely you're getting this shit for free. So you have, let's say, Capcom or even Sony sending you a code for these games to review, right? Well, you have your copy of the game. You may buy a collector's edition because you're like, I want to, want some statue or figurine or whatever. But let's say you don't. You got your review code and you're done. Someone like me, I'm paying the $70+ for that game. So they're getting money back towards their reimbursement of this item. You're not helping them. I am. So if we disappear tomorrow, you're writing articles to who? Nobody. Nobody's reading your shit. And these companies will 100% go bankrupt because, again, who's buying their games if me, the gamer, isn't there? Nobody. So get it through your thick fucking skull. You can have your games. No one's not saying that. The market will dictate what people want. But what we are saying is if you keep putting out trash to normal gamers like us, we're not going to buy it. I have no doubt that this new Laufey God of War game will sell. The question is, how much will it sell, and will it be enough for Sony to be like, this was worth the chance we took on the game? And with this video pushing 20 minutes, that's all I got to say for this video. I want everyone to comment down below, first of all, their favorite female-led character in the game, because to these people, us men or even women apparently don't like female leads in games. Also, yeah, give me your input. Yeah, yeah. I had something else that literally just left my brain. But yeah, also, what do you think about this person? How much shit is this person full of to say that, oh, God of War is good for ditching Kratos instead of giving people what they want in a new God of War game? Give me your opinions down below. I always value everybody's input. Also, if you could, like I said at the beginning of the game, shameless plug, giggity, follow me, subscribe, help me get to that milestone of buying more cheeseburgers because, well, I like cheeseburgers. And with that being said, I'm done. I'm out for this video. I want everyone to enjoy their hobby of gaming. Take care of yourselves. Have a splendiferous-tastic day. Everyone take care. Come out for my live streams and hang out. We can shoot the shit. Take care. Again, I like saying take care. Take care. Stuff out there is awful. But gaming doesn't have to be. And with that being said, I'm out. I'll see everybody in the next video.